Starkville to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Don't miss the action Saturday beginning at 11:30 on UPN 30.
Memphis Wrestling, brought to you by Country Ford, Cash Depot, and by AutoPlan Insurance.
Sitting on ringside, ready to go with Memphis Wrestling with all these great people. It's 1 week away. Next Saturday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, it's Throwback 3 at the Coliseum. 1 week away. If you hadn't gotten those tickets, get down to the Coliseum. Box office is open all day today until 2 p.m. this afternoon. Get your tickets and be down there with us next Saturday night for Throwback 3. We're going to be telling you all about that a little bit later on today's program. We're going to be hearing from Steve Kern and Stan Lane, the fabulous ones, a little bit later on today, right here today on today's Memphis Wrestling. Stay tuned today also, Jerry Lawler. I want to see what this thing is with this private investigator. See what he's talking about and see this whole thing that's going on. I can't wait to see what he's come up with and what he's concocted now, knowing Jerry Lawler. A lot of big action today. You're going to see an 8-man tag team match on one side. It's the Lifeguards, Johnny Dotson, Spider-Man. On the other side, Too Cool 2, the Birdman, Coco Beware, and Shock. That's coming up a little bit later today. And our opening belt right here today, signed in the ring. Right here, we're going to be bringing it to you right at home. Listen to this. Kid Cash takes on Too Sexy Brian Christopher. As soon as we come back, we'll get that one underway. Buckle up. We got a big day of it today, my friend. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Memphis Wrestling.
Saturday night, October 30th, the Mid-South Coliseum will be the biggest haunted house in town. Memphis Wrestling's Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. They're back. $5 general admission, $3 combos at the concessions. One night only, one haunt only. Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. Saturday, October 30th, Mid-South Coliseum.
Fear Factor, 5 days a week. Get your daily dose of fear.
Fear Factor, weekdays at 3 on UPN 30. UPN 30 brings you SEC football this Saturday at 11:30. The Florida Gators travel to Starkville to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Don't miss the action Saturday beginning at 11:30 on UPN 30.
Let's go. I got one, want one, gotta get one, gotta have one. You gotta eat. Rallies. Where'd you get it? Let me have it, gotta get it, now you got it. Yeah. You gotta eat. Rallies. Well, all right. Cool, you got that.
You'll do a double take, 'cause double Unbeliever burgers are now just 2 for $3. Cheese double cheese, double mushroom Swiss, and double bacon cheddar. 2 for $3 at Rallies.
Yeah. Give me that. You gotta eat.
If your cash is low, think Cash Depot. Hey, it happens sometimes. Too much month and not enough paycheck. When your budget has you in a headlock and you need cash fast and easy, think Cash Depot. Cash Depot does payday loans, title loans, and cashier's checks. If your cash is low, think Cash Depot. Got a job and checking account? No problem. You own your car? No problem. Let Cash Depot be your tag team partner. Stop by one of these convenient locations and get the cash you need today. Remember, if your cash is low, think Cash Depot.
What do you want in a part yard? Hi, I'm Ray Corey, and I think I know. You want big inventory so you can always find the part you need. You want a neat, clean yard that's well organized. And you want prices that really save you money. Look for yourself. Pull Apart is neat, clean, well organized. We buy hundreds of cars every month to keep a big, fresh inventory. Our parts are cheaper because you pull them. Everything you want in a part yard is only in one place. Pull Apart.
Pull Apart.
The bell was sounded at 9 minutes and 28 seconds, and Steve is great. He fell right to the concrete.
Bell sounds. Let's go to the ring for the action now. Referee Jerry Calhoun making his way to the ring area. And here comes the Cruiserweight champion, Kid Cash. Boy, this guy's something else. A little hip-hop over there in the crowd. I like it. I think he was staying right with him through that time, foot step for step. Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher, and hello to all the people in the audience. Oh, he's got his little buddy out there with him. There you go. Oh, we got a little Grandmaster Sexay in the works, I think. I've got a surprise for you today, Jerry Lawler, so stay tuned. You're going to see what I've got in store for you a little bit later today. The hours are ticking away. It's definitely going to be the biggest throwback of them all. This could be the monster of them all. $5 only for general admission. You hardly see that price for anything anymore. Reduced parking. Coliseum next week. Hope to tell you more about all the action a little bit later on today. We'll run down the whole card and tell you all of it that's signed that's coming up to the Mid-South Coliseum next Saturday night. 7:30 bell time. Boy, there's been some big nights in there, especially with all these throwback nights, my friend. Don't miss this one, I'm telling you. Kid Cash, whoa. Went for arm takedown and nobody home. And Christopher said, oh, you wanted my arm? There it is. He goes after him again the second time, and Cash said, oh, I'm nobody's dummy. I'm not doing that again. Kid Cash, the Cruiserweight champion. Boy, I'm telling you. Oh, look at Cash. He said, oh, you've done it now, Christopher. You've done it now. Kid Cash backs him into the turnbuckle. Whips him in across the way now. Oh! Look at Christopher with a big forearm, and down he goes. Kid Cash said, oh, wait a minute, give me a break. Give me a break. They tangle up in the middle of the ring. Christopher pounding away on Kid Cash. Whoa, man. He nailed him that time. Cash goes for a pin. 1. 2 counts all. He's able to get 2. And Christopher kicks out of it at 2. Boy, look at Christopher shoves him off of him that time. Kid Cash, the Cruiserweight champion, back up. What a good match here today to start things off. Whoa, and Cash goes flying down, and Christopher's out of there. Boy, Grandmaster Sexay took off. Big backdrop and down goes Kid Cash. Slams him into that top turnbuckle. A reversal. Oh, that's a super kick. The fans were calling for it. And could this do it? He's climbing the ropes, going for that hip-hop drop. Oh, and Coco with that stun gun. Coco, beware of that silly stunt gun thing again. And man, Christopher fell right off of that top rope that time. Man, oh man. Coco, oh man. Well, that stunt gun, here comes some help. Build that knee in. help him out there, but... Oh, look at Kid Cash over in the face of some of the fans over here. Come on, Kid. Him and Coco, both of them together. Boy, I'm telling you, these two guys. Well, that stunt gun stuff. Man, I'm telling you. Got to check on Brian Christopher. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back.
Hey, it's the K97 early morning team. I'm Mike Evans in the morning.
Hi, I'm Janine Gordon.
I'm the funny man Prescott. Now, in the mornings, we joke around and have fun to get your day started. But there's nothing funny about this upcoming election.
You know, for the past few weeks, we've been encouraging our listeners to get out there and get registered to vote, and we commend those of you who've done that.
Now we want you to actually go out and vote. Election day is Tuesday, November 2nd, so please put that on your calendar, player.
But don't worry, if you forget, we're going to be there to remind you.
It's your voice.
It's your right.
Vote.
Ever since Elvis first recorded at Sun Studios, the biggest hits have come from Memphis. Well, guess what? They still do. Rock and roll your way to Memphis as the AutoZone Liberty Bowl matches two of America's top teams as they battle for the bell. Plus, we'll celebrate the 50th anniversary of rock and roll with a halftime show that'll knock your socks off. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Friday afternoon, December 31st at 2:30. For tickets, call 901-795-9095 or visit Ticketmaster.com. The hits keep on coming.
Country Ford is giving away a ton of money. To move out remaining new 2004s and make room for the hundreds of new 2005s rolling in, Country Ford is giving away a ton of money, no purchase necessary. And you'll save a ton of money on tons of cars and trucks with rebates up to $6,000. 0% financing and tons of discounts can mean savings up to $12,000 off list. Plus, someone's going to win a ton of money exclusively at Country Ford. I-55 and Goodman Road in South Haven.
You just can't beat a country-made deal anywhere.
If your cash is low, think Cash Depot. Hey, it happens sometimes. Too much month and not enough paycheck. When your budget has you in a headlock and you need cash fast and easy, think Cash Depot. Cash Depot does payday loans, title loans, and cashier's checks. If your cash is low, think Cash Depot. Got a job and checking account? No problem. You own your car? No problem. Let Cash Depot be your tag team partner. Stop by one of these convenient locations and get the cash you need today. Remember, if your cash is low, think Cash Depot.
Dundee bleeding now.
We're back here on Memphis Wrestling. Tell you what I want to do. I want to get around here and try to, let's get Kid Cash and Coco way out here. Boy, I'm telling you. Telling you something. You guys are something else. Coming up here with that gun and all that stuff.
Brian Christopher, all of Memphis, just see my superiority over your stupid, ignorant self. Bill Dundee, let me tell you something. The 30th of this month, the history, the legacy of Bill Dundee is over, my friend. The new era of the notorious KID, Kid Cash, is here. And if you people don't like it, go to the food stamp aisle.
Oh, kid, come on.
You shut your mouth.
You know, we don't eat that food stamp stuff. Next Saturday night at the Coliseum is when it's going to happen.
Corey, I don't like you at all. Because you know what? You want to put this on a poll? Brian Christopher, you want to put my...
Hey, Coco!
Oh,
you see that?
Get on, grab the mic, grab the mic.
Give me that, you idiot.
You want to put on a poll? Well, brother, when I found this from South Memphis, it was up in a tree. And I climbed the tree. And I went all the way up to the mountaintop. And I seen the promised land. But, Brian Christopher, when I come back down, I see a whole bunch of Brian Christophers. So you know what I did? I shoved this down their throats. And throwback 3 is going to be the same thing, Brian Christopher. I'm going to shove this down your throat next Saturday.
Now all of a
Coco's Michael Jackson. He's climbing trees and everything out there. I don't bit more believe that than nothing. The craziest silly. Take a look at the State Smash of the Week that took place earlier today. Take a look at this. This is where they came in with that stupid stunt gun. There's Christopher on the top going for that hip-hop drop. And he stings that thing out there right there in the middle of the midsection. And he smashed down to the man as he flipped over there with that stunt gun. Well, Coco, next Saturday night at the Coliseum, the stunt gun is on the pole for Throwback 3 next Saturday over at the Mid-South Coliseum. That's going to be interesting because Christopher wants to get his hands on you, Coco Beware. I guarantee you that. And Kid Cash, this man's got something for you. Let's get out the superstar, Bill Dundee. Billy, where are you? I hear the music. Yeah, here's Dundee. Yeah, he's got Christopher with him. And these guys don't look happy, guys. I'll tell you that.
All right, Mac. Let me start this little interview here. Now we got the gist of this thing, boys. He's going to watch your back, Coco. Where Kid Cash is, well, Bill Dundee's going to watch this man's back. So whatever it takes, we don't care. Yeah, you bring that shiny belt down to 30th, brother, because they've all been through here. 7 feet tall. It doesn't matter how big they were, the superstar's still here. And Kid Cash, you ain't going to make no dent in the superstar's reputation. And, brother, whatever it takes to get you and Coco Ware on that pole, I'm with you.
Bill, I appreciate you saying you're going to watch my back. But I promise you, Bill, and I promise all these people out here, I promise you, Corey, I promise my mother, I promise my father, I don't need nobody to watch my back. After I just had Coco Ware stick me with that cattle prod, that's not a stun gun like you've been saying. That's a freaking cattle prod. That's made for a 2,000-pound animal, not even big, Coco. So I'm going to tell you what. It's obvious you have never had something like that touch your body. But I just did. And I'm sick of it, and it will never happen again. At Throwback 3, he said he's going to take that, and he's going to shove it down my throat. Oh, no. That's not happening, Coco. I'm going to take that counterpart, and I'm going to shove it up your ass. I think you know where I'm going to shove it. So everybody in Memphis, you just be there if you want to see Coco walking around with a counterpart up his butt.
Oh, man. Well, you heard it. That's enough said. Take a break. We got more action. Be right back.
Hair by the hair. Tommy Rich blasts him. And Hart nailed with the right fist. He steps into the ring. And referee says, ring it.
Hart. Saturday night, October 30th, the Mid-South Coliseum will be the biggest haunted house in town. Memphis Wrestling's Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. They're back. $5 general admission. $3 combos at the concessions. One night only. One haunt only. Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. Saturday, October 30th. Mid-South Coliseum.
Saturday, turn to UPN 30 WLMT for Memphis Tiger football. It all begins at 6 p.m. when the University of Memphis Tigers take on the Cincinnati Bearcats. Watch Memphis at Cincinnati this Saturday at 6 p.m. on UPN 30 WLMT.
University of Memphis football is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Need a part pass, no time to pull. Tight on the deck, don't be no fool. Get hooked up with just one call. Pick up the phone, call Dennis Hall. Dennis got body parts, motors, and trannies. No poking around every hook and cranny. For the hard part, take my direction. Foreign and domestic, he got connection. Get hooked up with just one call. Pick up the phone. Just call me.
This fire safety message is brought to you by the Memphis Fire Department.
Each year, thousands of people lose their lives to house fires. Tennessee has one of the highest home fatality rates in the country. Simple precautions can save your home. Keep matches out of the reach of children and change your smoke detector batteries twice a year. Don't be left in the Mexico. Keep your family safe.
For more fire safety tips, log on to upn30memphis.com or firemuseum.com. And remember, fire kills.
This fire safety message is a public service of the Memphis Fire Department and Eyewitness News.
I've been hammered all my life. But when it comes to car insurance, don't you get slammed. Call the man from AutoPlan. AutoPlan has 9 locations to serve you and no down payment. So remember, don't get slammed. Call the man from AutoPlan today. Liability is the law, so call the man from AutoPlan.
The news is out. Vioxx is being recalled for causing heart attacks, strokes, and kidney-related problems. If you or someone you love has taken Vioxx, you need to call 683-7000 right now. Your health may be at risk. Call our Vioxx Claim Center at 683-7000 to register your claim against the manufacturer. You may be able to recover money for your claim. You've heard the news. Now make the call. The law offices of Corey B. Trotz. Call now, 683-7000.
It's Bart Simpson's ABCs of academic achievement. A is for attendance.
I got a big test. Could you please crash the bus or something?
B is for brains.
Behold my F.
C is for courtesy.
Hi, Bart. Get bent.
Learn from the master of mischief on The Simpsons.
Weeknights at 6 on UPN 30.
Some kids wonder what they're going to be when they grow up.
You might want to break that up. All right, Jerry.
Sweet memories of childhood.
You broke up with me for that? Get out of his feet! Get out of mine! Ow! Springer, what are you looking at?
I found my calling.
Jerry Springer, weekdays at noon on UPN 30.
But what I had to do, it cost me a lot of money when I lost the Assassins. It spent a lot of money having to call all over the world trying to bring new wrestlers in here for somebody to beat. There's a jam-packed Mid-South Coliseum, and I got a feeling it'll be the same way next Saturday night for Throwback 3. Well, Rashard Devon, the referee, and Stan Lane is in the ring. I hear the music. It's the Soul Taker. Back again this week, and this guy is a monster, my friend. He signed for that Halloween Havoc Battle Royal. Soul Taker was one of the first to drop down his $1,000 cash to enter that battle royal. 15 men are going to go at it. $1,000 each to put up, and that's going to be interesting coming up for Throwback 3 in just a moment. We're going to run down the whole card and tell you what's signed for next Saturday night. Boy, this guy's got some power. Woo! Woo, boy, I'm telling you. Look at him pounding away. On that Stan Lee whips him in across the way hard. Oh, my goodness. Smashes right on top of Lee over there. And back Stan Lee up into the ropes. He just looks like a little rag doll going against this Soul Taker. Unbelievable power, my friend. Look at the strength. Power slams him down hard. Oh, no. He's going to cross over his chest there. 1, 2, 3. And I think that was less than 1 minute. By my clock, I show 54 seconds. The Soul Taker eliminates, destroys Stan Lee again this week. This big monster dude is going to be at the Coliseum next Saturday night and that Halloween Havoc Battle Royal for $15,000 grand prize to the winner. Speaking of Throwback 3, let's take a look at all the action that's signed 1 week away next Saturday night, October 30th. Get down there early. Doors going to open at 6 p.m. Doors open early because all the kids to get free candy and then are dressed in their Halloween costumes. 6 p.m. the doors open. Bell time next Saturday night, 7:30 bell time. Ringside tickets are moving fast. You may want to get down there and look at those. I think there's still some remaining there and in the load section and all. But general admission is only $5. You can bring the whole neighborhood for $5. Just treat them out early for Christmas. Next Saturday night, you're going to see a Diva Tag Team match with Team Blondage in action. And then following that, there's going to be an interesting bout here. Hair versus Mask when Shock takes on the team of Johnny Dotson and Spider-Man. Hair versus Mask. Maybe we'll see who Spider-Man is down at the Coliseum next Saturday. Cruiserweight title, Bill Superstar Dundee tangles up
with the Cruiserweight Champion, the KID. That'll be interesting. And then 2Q2 takes on these guys, Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher, Kevin White, and 2Q2 wants to be like Christopher. Well, stay tuned. You'll see what happened in that coming up next Saturday at the Coliseum. And then this bout has been an added match. Stun gun on a pole. Coco out here talking like he's Michael Jackson, climbing trees and pulling stunt guns and all that stuff. Well, Coco, we'll see how quick you can climb up that pole next Saturday night, because the stun gun is on the pole when he takes on Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher. And then there it is, that Halloween Havoc Battle Royale. Boy, it's going to be a dandy. If it's anything like the last Battle Royale, $15 grand in cash, because every participant is putting up $1,000 in cold cash in order to be a part of this Battle Royale. And then, this is a dandy, my friend. I can't wait for this one. Rock and Roll Express with Jerry Lawler. I don't know what Lawler's done to convince Rick and Robert to be with him, but he's going to have Rock and Roll Express and Jimmy Hart on the other side. I'm going to be in the ring this time again, but I've got Steve Kern, Stan Lane, the Fabulous Ones at the Mid-South Coliseum, and Jerry Jarrett, who helped create these guys, to be in our corner to watch that snake Jimmy Hart. It's going to be a dandy coming up at the Coliseum.
Why don't you just shut up? Just
Why don't you shut up?
Fat mouth.
Well, why don't you make me shut up?
Oh, I'm going to shut you up.
Well, shut me up.
I'm going to shut you up.
Shut me up. Come on, do it.
Oh, I will. I'll shut you up. But you know what? I'm going to shut you up in just a few minutes when I expose you, Corey Macklin. And let me tell you something, Stan Lane and Steve Kern. There ain't going to be nothing funny at Throwback 3. There ain't going to be no one-liners. There ain't going to be no laughing as far as you jerks are concerned, because me and the Rock and Roll Express are going to not only finish you off once and for all, we're going to hurt all three of you. We're going to cripple somebody. We're going to do some permanent damage. And Corey Macklin, you got a big bullseye on your back. You're the target of my team. Do you understand that? We're not just going to be content to beat you, Corey. We're going to hurt you at Throwback 3. We're going to hurt you so bad that you won't ever want to think about crawling in the ring again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now what I want you to do is I want to sit you down right here. And what do you got here, Corey, Mac? You got a format for the show? What are you supposed to do next, huh? What are you supposed to do?
You're not supposed to be out here running your mouth, for one thing.
Oh, well, I am out here running my mouth.
You
because
always
I had to come
running.
out here and respond to that moronic Stan Lane interview. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to sit down, and I want you to think, Corey Macklin. I want you to wonder, what did I do? What did I do while I was on camera? What did I sneak around and do that my wife don't know about? What did I sneak around and do that my preacher don't know about? Think about it, Corey Macklin. Think about it for a few minutes, because I'm going to come back out here, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show all the world what kind of man Corey Macklin really is.
And there's Jerry Calhoun trying to say, no, Jerry, don't do that. Don't do that. This is a pile driver right here. And now what? You think that doesn't hurt? Lawler put a couple of more on him before it was over. They brought an ambulance into the Coliseum. They put Kaufman into the ambulance. Yeah. Kaufman is in the intensive care unit at St. Francis Hospital.
Saturday night, October 30th, the Mid-South Coliseum will be the biggest haunted house in town. Memphis Wrestling's Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. They're back. $5 general admission, $3 combos at the concessions. One night only, one haunt only. Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. Saturday, October 30th, Mid-South Coliseum.
Now you can show your love for the Steve Harvey Show weeknights. Being a teacher for me is like a higher calling.
What the hell is going on in this school? Teacher can't even catch a nap in his own classroom.
And that's a responsibility I take very seriously.
Has it ever occurred to you that you're a great teacher and you finally reached us?
Dog, I do more by 8 a.m. than most people do in their sleep. I paid the electric bill, but I forgot to sign it. That'll buy me at least a week or two. Can't even line it up. Last time I taught driver's ed, I let them kids stop at a 7-Eleven. Next thing I know, they come out wearing ski masks. Come on, go, 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 go.
Steve and Cedric are always in the house. We're not just role models.
We're soul models.
I'm in trouble, man. I need your help. With who, the police? Nah, it's even worse. Look what the cleaners did to us.
We're putting those other comedies in detention.
Step over here. We'll present you with your check for $10,000.
That money is going to the United Negro Fund. I'm uniting with this Negro, and we gonna have some fun.
So don't be late for class with Steve, Cedric, and the whole gang. Weeknights on The Steve Harvey Show. Because a laugh is a terrible thing to waste.
The Steve Harvey Show, weeknights at 6:30 on UPN 30.
Ever since Elvis first recorded at Sun Studios, the biggest hits have come from Memphis. Well, guess what? They still do. Rock and roll your way to Memphis as the AutoZone Liberty Bowl matches two of America's top teams as they battle for the belt. Plus, we'll celebrate the 50th anniversary of rock and roll with a halftime show that'll knock your socks off. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Friday afternoon, December 31st at 2:30. For tickets, call 901-795-9095 or visit Ticketmaster.com. The hits keep on coming.
Kevin, you going to join me over here? Pick up that microphone.
Hey, boy, I'm going to join you and help you call this match here today.
All right, sounds good to me. We got 8-man tag team action. I'm joined at ringside with Kevin White. And Kevin, this will be a dandy to lifeguards with Johnny Dodson and Spider-Man. On the other side, boy, they got these guys. Kevin, I know you're recovering from last week from that stun gun thing.
Beware's got that shot stick, along with Shock and Tuku, too. Be a good match.
Yeah, this is our Gas Depot fan cam. It's Spider-Man, Johnny Dodson, and the lifeguards all coming around. Our Gas Depot fan cam of the week.
I'm going to tell you something,
this
boy.
Week. Yes, sir.
Brian Christopher in the back, and he's usually the man that we know and love that dances and has a good time.
Right. Yeah, speak of the devil, next Saturday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. Yeah, they're going to flip right into the Coliseum while they're out here flipping and doing all that stuff. Too cool, too.
Yeah, get on in your match.
Yeah, Shock and Coco beware. Hey, leave Kevin alone, guys. He's over here with me. Don't be bothering him and stuff.
Grandmaster Sexy, I couldn't even stay in the room with him for 20 seconds in the back because he's really upset and mad. And Too Cool, too. I don't want to be in your shoes come throwback 3.
Boy, I'm telling you, next Saturday, Kevin, throwback 3 at the Coliseum. You and Grandmaster Sexay will be teaming up together against these two cool guys down at the Coliseum next Saturday night.
Right, it'll be a big match, but I'd hate to be in their shoes of Grandmaster Sexy the way he is today.
Boy, I'm telling you, Spider-Man with a couple of drop kicks. A reversal into the ropes goes Spider-Man. He comes back the other way. Nice hip toss and down 1, 2 count, and Coco grabbing Calhoun's arm and saying, hold it. What are you doing, Coco? Don't be touching a referee. You can't do that stuff. He'll get disqualified, Kevin.
He needs to get on in the ring and wrestle like he's supposed to. I think he's afraid to get in there.
Oh, look at Spider-Man.
He's got the real job, but he can't commentate work for nothing. You need to go back to Lexington.
Come on, Coco.
Worry about Coco and worry about getting in the ring there.
Thanks for joining us, Corey Macklin, at ringside with Kevin White.
Yeah, Too Cool needs to give an open hand. That's closed fist.
Yeah. Look at Johnny Dodson. He reversal into the ropes goes Johnny. He ducks that big clothesline. Comes back the other way. Nice move from Johnny Dodson.
That's real exciting. But what about this private investigator thing? I'm pretty excited about seeing that. What's up with that?
Well, you talking about this thing that Jerry Lawler's talking about?
Jerry Lawler got there.
I don't know what Lawler's doing. Who knows?
Who knows?
I had to watch him, I'm telling you that. But I tell you one thing I'm ready for is that I'm going to be in the ring next Saturday, Kevin. I'm going to be wrestling again. But this time I've got Steve Kern and Stan Lane, both of them, the fabulous ones. And not only that, later today, Jerry Lawler, you said you got something on me about a private investigator. I've got a little surprise for him, Kevin, that's coming up, too.
Good, I can't wait to see that. But the fabulous ones, you know, that's a big team.
Oh,
they're on the Rock and Roll Express. throwback three.
That'll be strong. Look at Dotson. Oh, no. Boy, I hate to see the young guy make a mistake there. He went running in after him, Kevin. He looked good there initially, didn't he?
That's right. You know, it's hard to get going when you get going and the guy moves on you. He needs to open up his hand. He's hitting him with a closed fist.
Oh, he said that again. Look at Dotson.
Big DDT.
Yeah, DDT, and down goes Tim of this Too Cool 2 team.
Boy, he's got to make the tag here, and he did.
Tag made it because one of the lifeguards. Here's Dustin in. Oh, and Shock stops him.
Raked him in the eyes.
Oh, my goodness, we just got a big waylay in here.
Breaking loose now.
Oh, everybody's in there. 8-man tag team. It's turned into a brawl, my friend, out on the floor.
Dotson and Spider-Man, they need to get control of this
Lifeguard
match
Scott
now.
Starr. Hey, what is Shock doing? He's got Dotson and Spider-Man. Oh, and they stopped Shock this time. Oh, this can do it. What did it do? He got it.
Oh, no. Troy, I think Shock.
They got it, Kevin. They got it. Spider-Man and Johnny Dotson get the win.
Get off the win. I bet Shock is in shock now, isn't he?
Shock is in shock. But let me tell you what's even more of a shock is that Shock has got his hair on the line next Saturday at the Coliseum for throwback 3 against those two guys that just beat him. Yeah. It's his hair against the mask of Spider-Man.
Shock's
If he
really
loses
shocked.
next week, oh, boy.
On a fresh WB Monday, the perfect marriage
So when are you coming home?
becomes a wife's worst nightmare.
Kevin's cheating on me. I've got to raise my daughter as a single mother.
Seventh heaven. Then a friendship begins.
We need to talk.
We already talked about this.
I tried to talk to you.
Anne Heche, there's more to her story.
Right now, you're the only person I have.
Fresh Everwood and Seventh Heaven.
The WB Monday starting at 10 on UPN 30.
Ever since Elvis first recorded at Sun Studios, the biggest hits have come from Memphis. Well, guess what? They still do. Rock and roll your way to Memphis as the AutoZone Liberty Bowl matches two of America's top teams as they battle for the belt. Plus, we'll celebrate the 50th anniversary of rock and roll with a halftime show that'll knock your socks off. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Friday afternoon, December 31st at 2:30. For tickets, call 901-795-9095 or visit Ticketmaster.com. The hits keep on coming.
This fire safety message is brought to you by the Memphis Fire Department.
Each year, thousands of people lose their lives to house fires. Tennessee has one of the highest home fatality rates in the country. October is National Fire Prevention Month, and the perfect time to talk to your family about fire safety. Devise an escape plan, check smoke detector batteries and electrical outlets.
For more fire safety tips, log on to UPN30Memphis.com or FireMuseum.com. And remember, fire kills.
This fire safety message is a public service of the Memphis Fire Department and Eyewitness News.
Now we're back on Memphis Wrestling and Throwback 3, 1 week away. Next Saturday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. The big bout everybody's talking about is the big 6-man tag involving Jerry Lawler and the Rock and Roll Express going against me. I'll be in the ring wrestling with Steve Kern and Stan Lane, the fabulous ones. Jimmy Hart and Lawler and Rock and Roll Express corner. Jerry Jarrett coming to Memphis, and Jerry Jarrett in our corner. Here's the word from some of the participants in that bout coming up next Saturday night.
Well, Corey, I guess you went ahead and done it now, didn't you, buddy? I guess you want to prove who is the greatest tag team that ever come out of Memphis, Tennessee. You see, a long time ago, even Jerry Lawler did it. He spotted me and Robert Gibson right along with Jimmy Hart. They spotted us. They said, these guys right here can make one of the greatest tag teams there ever was. But you see, we became the best tag team there ever was. 8-time World Tag Team Champions. And Stan Lane and Steve Kern, you come to the ring doing all this you want to. But when the match is over, next Saturday night, understand this. It's going to be no different. Because myself, Robert Gibson, the King Jerry Lawler, and Jimmy Hart
or walking back to the dressing room victorious again.
Corey Macklin. You know, Corey, I've known you for a long time. When you first sat down there with Lance Russell and Dave Brown, you know, you've always told me that Rock and Roll Man was one of the greatest tag teams ever. But what's up now? I see you turning colors. You going with the fans. But guys, let me tell you something. What you need to do, Corey Macklin, is get on the real winning team, the Rock and Roll Express, Jerry Lawler team. So let me tell you something, guys. Y'all bring it on. Bring Corey Macklin. It's right there at the Coliseum on the 30th. Guys, you're going down.
You know, Jerry the King Lawler, I know you're embarrassed. You're embarrassed because that I come up to the FedEx Forum and I punched you out in front of all your fans in Memphis that hate your guts anyway. You know, you talk about challenging me, you talk about calling me out, but that's pretty simple, Lawler. I live in Tampa, Florida. I've always lived in Tampa, Florida. And if you want to get this settled face to face, all you got to do is get on a plane and come to Tampa, Florida. I'm a real easy guy to find here. So come on down and we'll settle this thing once and for all.
Hello, Memphis, Tennessee. You know, we are just 1 week away. I trust you've all marked it down on your calendars. I trust you've all made plans to be there in the Mid-South Coliseum for Throwback 3. It's going to be one huge extravaganza. History will be made. You know, it's been almost 25 years since I've tried on the Fabulous One's tuxedo coat. I'm going to ask the lovely Maria, come over here, sweetheart. Bring me my coat. Let me just see if this thing still fits after almost 25 years. How you doing, honey? Oh, yeah, let's check this out. Jackie Fargo gave us this coat. How do I look, baby? All right, thank you so much. You know something, Jerry Lawler? You know something, Jimmy Hart? You know something, rock and roll? And all the people in Memphis, this Fabulous One's tuxedo still fits like a glove.
Corey Macklin, you know what? You can't keep Jimmy Hart and Jerry Lawler out of Memphis. Are you out of your mind? We put Memphis on the map, baby, when it comes to wrestling and music. Here I am, VH1 special over at the Hulk Hogan household right here. Look at this $12 million mansion. But let me tell you something, Corey. On October the 30th, Jimmy Hart will be in Memphis, Tennessee at the Mid-South Coliseum. You know, it's the night before Halloween. It's going to be the largest haunted house right there at the Coliseum. On one side of the ring, Jerry the King Lawler with the Rock and Roll Express. On the other side of the ring, it's going to be Corey Macklin, the wannabe announcer, the wannabe wrestler, the wannabe promoter, along with the Fabulous Ones. Jimmy Hart is going to be doing what Jimmy Hart does best. And you know what that is? That's managing. Because you see, that night, I'm not going to get in the ring again like I did last month and the month before that. You know, Corey Macklin, I hit you so many times with my left, you were begging for a right, and you know you were. But I'm going to make the card even tonight. Because you see, what I'm going to do, I'm going to manage. I'm going to manage Jerry Lawler. I'm going to manage the Rock and Roll Express. And that's what it's all about. But you see, what a great night it's going to be, the night before Halloween. You know, when Jimmy Hart was a little boy, and I said this before, my mother, she used to tell me, Jimmy Ray, you got to be careful on those streets. You got to be careful knocking on those doors. Well, it's going to be so safe and sound at the Mid-South Coliseum. I think all the kids get bags of candy. Can you believe that? You know, I love candy, too. But what a super night it's going to be. And you know what? I can't wait, Corey Macklin, because you see, Jerry Lawler and Jimmy Hart, we have a big surprise for you, baby.
That's just a word from some of the participants that are going to be. And that big prize, that one alone is worth the price of admission for $5 general admission. Next Saturday night at the Coliseum. Oh, yeah. Everybody's talking about Throwback 3. I can't wait. You know what? There's been a lot of big matches in the King's career at the Mid-South Coliseum, but I don't know if any of them are going to be as big as this one. Big names like the Rock and Roll Express, the tag team, probably the greatest tag team ever to hit the Mid-South Coliseum that I created. The Fabulous Ones, Stan and Steve, are going to be there. Jerry Jarrett coming back to the Mid-South Coliseum. What a night this is going to be. But, Corey, we're going to have to put that on the back burner for a minute because it's time to let's get down to business and really see what kind of man Corey Macklin is, folks. Now, you look at Corey Macklin, just to look at him standing there. He looks like a fine, upstanding young man, doesn't he? Huh? I heard him talk about if somebody were to follow him, all you'd see is where he went to church and things like that.
And go to work or something.
And go to work. Uh-huh. Where do you work, Corey Macklin? Huh? Where do you go to church?
Well, let's see. You say you follow me around. You tell me.
Okay. Okay, big boy, we will do just that. Here's what I did, ladies and gentlemen. I dipped into my back pocket, and I pulled out some money, and it cost me a little bit of money. I hired the finest private investigator in this city. And this man took his video camera, and he tailed Corey Macklin for an entire week all around town. What do you want to say, Corey? Are you remembering something?
I'm just trying to
Are you thinking about where you might have been, Corey?
Why would you invest so much money just to follow me around?
Because I want to show these people what you really are about. I want to show these people who you really are. You stand out here, you sit out here every week, and you try to make these people think, oh, I'm one of you. We're all the same. And you wear those big $3,000 suits and that $5,000, $10,000 Rolex watch. I'm going to expose you, Corey Macklin. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay close attention to Corey Macklin when he don't know that he's on camera. Can we roll that footage right now? Here we go. Look at Corey Macklin. Look at this. I said, look at Corey Macklin. He put 50 cents in the newspaper machine. Look at all them. Oh. Look at Corey Macklin. He got all them papers.
What are you talking about?
Look at what he's doing. Now watch him. Watch him, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't even buy a newspaper, Lawler. What are you talking about?
You don't? Look at him now. He's selling the newspapers down on the corner. He put 50 cents. He put 50 cents in. He got himself all those newspapers, then he goes down and sells them. Look at Corey Macklin. You busted Corey Macklin. Now, this is Corey's church. This is where Corey always goes to church every week. He's always talking about church. Look at Corey Macklin. There he comes out of church shaking hands with the pastor.
Oh,
but keep the camera on Corey. Keep the camera on him now. Watch him. Watch Corey. This is great. I couldn't believe what kind of man Corey Macklin really is.
What is this you've done, Lawler?
What are you talking about?
This is some stuff you done come up. What in the world?
And then
what is he doing? I don't smoke. What are you talking about?
Look at Corey Macklin. Look at Corey Macklin. He can't wait to get out of church. Till he Look at Corey Macklin. Corey Macklin throwing back a big 40 ounce right there. You're busted, Corey Macklin. We know what kind of man you really are. Look at you. Hey, now he's waving to the preacher one more time. Corey Macklin, you are a piece of work, my friend. Oh. Don't worry, folks. We got more. Look, now check this out. Here's Corey Macklin pulling up to the gas station. Look at him. He's done pulled up to the gas station, pumped himself about $40 worth of gas, and look at him taking off. He don't need pay for his gas. This is Corey Macklin caught on tape. Oh, wait a minute now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you this. Corey Macklin, a married man, his wife and 16 children at home, new baby and all. Look at Corey Macklin. I think we even got some sound on this. Let's listen and see if we can hear what's saying, what's being said here. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, look like Corey scored him some action there. Look at that. Oh, Corey Macklin. Corey Macklin is busted. Now, what do you think, Corey Macklin? What do you got to say for yourself, huh? Where did you go right there? Did you take that young lady down to the no-tell motel? Huh? Is that what you did, Corey Macklin? Where was your poor wife and children when all of that kind of shenanigans are going on? Huh, Corey Macklin? What do you got to say for yourself? Look at him, folks. He can't say anything. He can't say a word. He is having to hang his head in shame. Where are you going, Corey? There it is, folks. The true Corey Macklin has been exposed. I don't blame him. I wouldn't show my face in front of the world either anymore. So now that you people know what Corey Macklin is really like, we can get down to some business. I don't think we're going to have to worry about Corey Macklin showing his face at Throwback 3. And when the fabulous ones and Jerry Jarrett find out and see this footage and find out what kind of guy Corey Macklin really is, they won't want to have him as his partner at Throwback 3. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we may just have to find a substitute, some kind of substitute for Corey Macklin. And in the process, I think Corey Macklin's wife's going to have to find a substitute. Hey! Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Corey. You're a phony. You're a local Joe. Hey, boy. Who told you to do this? Huh? Who? Lawler told you to do it? He gave me $5,000, man. Gave me $5,000, dude. I didn't mean to do it, man. Hey.
Saturday night, October 30th, the Mid-South Coliseum will be the biggest haunted house in town. Memphis Wrestling's Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. They're back. $5 general admission, $3 combos at the concessions. One night only, one haunt only. Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. Saturday, October 30th, Mid-South Coliseum.
Country Ford is giving away a ton of money. Move out remaining new 2004s and make room for the hundreds of new 2005s rolling in. Country Ford is giving away a ton of money, no purchase necessary. And you'll save a ton of money on tons of cars and trucks with rebates up to $6,000. 0% financing and tons of discount can mean savings up to $12,000 off list. Plus, someone's going to win a ton of money exclusively at Country Ford. I-55 and Goodman Road in South Haven.
You just can't beat a country-made deal anywhere.
It's 2 clearance sales and twice the savings. Oak Express and Bedroom Expressions, 2 great wood specialty stores at one location, are both having huge fall clearance sales. For a limited time, we've reduced prices on hundreds of items in both stores to clear out excess inventory, discontinued merchandise, and one-of-a-kind items. Plus, get no payments and no interest for 1 year. It's time to rake in the savings now. Oak Express and Bedroom Expressions fall clearance sale ends soon.
5248 Summer Avenue in Memphis.
Well, they wanted to even things up, and I'll tell you, Fargo's done it.
Yeah, we're back now in Memphis Wrestling. I tell you what I want to do. Jerry Lawler, you just showed that bogus footage, and that man exposed you, Lawler. You paid him $5,000. You went out and rented a truck that looked like mine and a bunch of bogus people in that whole deal. Well, Lawler, I told you I had a surprise for you too, Jerry Lawler. Next Saturday night at Throwback 3 at the Mid-South Coliseum, I got the man that's coming, Lawler. He can't wait to get here. He's chomping at the bit. Is he on the telephone?
You baby cakes, Corey. What are you doing, buddy?
Jackie Fargo, the fabulous Jackie Fargo. Jackie, Corey Macklin in Memphis.
Corey, are we on TV or what?
Yes, sir. We're live on Memphis TV, Jackie. And Jackie, all I want from you, I know you've already told me, there's a picture of you right there on the screen. I've already purchased your ticket, Jackie, but you've told me that you're coming to Memphis and you want a piece of Jerry Lawler too, right, Jack?
Well, Corey, you know, the last time I was there last year, I whooped his butt real good in the hallway back there, and I told him I didn't ever want to speak to him again. And if he ever speaks to me again, I'm going to break his face where he can't be recognizable. I'm not going to put up with Jerry Lawler's bull crap. He's conned me. He tried to whip me 30 years ago. He tried to whip me 20 years ago. He tried to whip me 10 years ago. He can't whip me. I'm meaner than a damn rattlesnake and tougher than a damn $2 steak. And Jerry
I know you are, Jackie. And I know that you're going to be right there. You coming to the Coliseum next Saturday for Throwback 3. You'll be right there with Steve Kern and Stan Lay, the fabulous ones that you created, Jackie.
That's exactly right. Is Lawler there now? Can he hear this?
No, Jerry Lawler's in this. He's somewhere in this station. He can hear you, Jackie.
Well, he's a no-good, dirty, rotten, low-down, 14-carat son of a no-good sap sucker. Of course, I don't cuss, or I'd have said some bad words.
Wait a minute, Jackie. Hey.
Oh, he's going to get on and saying, get off, Laura. I don't want to talk to trash like you.
Fargo, can you hear me? That's the better question.
No, I don't want to talk to trash like you, Laura. You no-good son of a sap sucker. You know what you did to me. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, Fargo. I have already told these people in Memphis the truth. I have already exposed them. You try to claim that you created the fabulous ones. Jerry Jarrett put those two jerks together as a joke to try to win a bet from me, and then he stuck you with them because they stunk the joint out so bad that he tried to peel off a little bit of your popularity and put it with the fabulous ones. Well, Fargo, that didn't work. You and the fabulous ones were always jokes. I beat you, like you said, 30 years ago. I beat you 20 years ago. And if you show your face in Memphis, Tennessee again, I'll beat you again. Do you hear that, Fargo?
You using my words, you dirty behind. That's my word. Let me tell you something. Remember what happened on your little birthday party when I whooped you in the hallway back there? Well, let me tell you something, Lawler. I don't like you. Never have. You think you can con me. Get on the phone. Oh, Jackie, come and help me. Oh, they've done something. I hope they beat your brains out so bad. Listen, Lawler, I'm going to tell you something, pal. This is going to be our final meeting. And when I whip you so bad, I wish it was right now. I'm so mad and fired up. When I whip you, Lawler, don't you ever speak to me as long as you live.
Oh, hey, don't worry about me speaking to you, Jackie Fargo. I got plenty I'm going to say to you. If you show up at Throwback 3, believe me, I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to beat you down like a dog, and then I'm going to stand over you, Fargo, and I'm going to say, look up, Fargo, look at the king, look at your king. You will realize that I always beat you. I beat you in the past, and I'll beat you again at Throwback 3. Understand that?
Oh, my God, what a joke you make.
Saturday night, October 30th, the Mid-South Coliseum will be the biggest haunted house in town. Memphis Wrestling's Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. They're back. $5 general admission. $3 combos at the concessions. One night only. One haunt only. Throwback 3 Nightmare in Memphis. Saturday, October 30th. Mid-South Coliseum.
Memphis Wrestling, brought to you by Country Ford, Cash Depot, and by Auto Plan Insurance. Don't forget to order your Tiger Game Day special for the big game, the Family Feast Deal. One large specialty, one large one topping, and breadsticks for $19.99. Call 362-3333 for the Tiger Game Day special.